so often less about the game and more about the community that you watch the game with.
We are here and we want you to be a part of what we see as a great celebration. Come watch soccer with us.
There's a really rich tradition of soccer in the Pacific Northwest.
Continuamos nuestro recorrido por los Estados Unidos del fútbol y llegamos a Seattle, una ciudad donde el fútbol no solo se apoya, sino que está integrado en la cultura. Desde una de las comunidades de fútbol femenino más apasionadas hasta generaciones de aficionados que han ayudado a hacer crecer el deporte, Seattle siempre ha creado espacios para el fútbol. En Rough and Tumble, esa cultura ha encontrado un hogar, reuniendo a los aficionados del fútbol femenino y a las comunidades que lo apoyan.
Here we are, Rough and Tumble, our flagship in Ballard. A lot of people stop and just look around, like, wow, this is where all the magic happens. My name is Jen Barnes. I'm the founder and CEO of Rough and Tumble, located right here in beautiful Seattle, Washington. Nowhere in the world was there a single place that was playing women's sports equally with men's, and so that's what I do here. Seattle is a really big sports town. We have a true soccer culture here in Seattle that is unlike many cities in the country. We're founding members of the NWSL. We've had some of the best women in the world playing here. This was actually created by the Seattle Reigns fan group. They donated it. The very famous Megan Rapinoe Women's World Cup hose. We've got jerseys everywhere, 18 TVs, 2 different sound zones. To open Rough and Tumble was truly a light bulb moment. The Seattle Reign, which is our professional women's soccer team, were in the playoffs. I called all the soccer bars around Seattle and I couldn't find anybody who was playing the game. You know, I didn't want to watch the game on the sofa. Now we don't have to do that. We have this place. So often less about the game and more about the community that you watch the game with. You could feel how much people wanted to watch these games together. And now we became a hub for not just women's sports fans and men's sports fans, but also for the athletes.
OL Reign select Shea.
Shea Holmes is a former University of Washington player. Her draft party was here. This was the first year that the NWSL draft was even available to show on a screen. We had it on our big screen. She was surrounded by her family, her teammates and her friends, but also all of her fans. There's so much that we do to build community around soccer, but I think one of the biggest things is just making space in the first place. This one with my last name on it is actually signed by all the members of the U.S. Women's National Team. Mia Hamm, of course, Megan Rapinoe, our OG from right here in Seattle. It's a place for women's accomplishments to be up on the wall and recognized in a way that just never happened before. Get here really early for a big game. You're gonna wanna be right in these 2 spots. We are hosting the World. I can't wait to show this city off. There's a lot of us who've been working for a long time to make sure that when the World Cup came to Seattle, that we were ready. This place is gonna be hopping. I have been standing right here and had the floor actually go up and down because people are jumping so hard. And it's gonna be full of people who have never seen it before. Rough and Tumble's role for the World Cup is to be a home for all soccer fans. A lot of memories will be made.
Mientras Seattle se prepara para la Copa Mundial de la FIFA 2026, la tribu Puyallup está compartiendo tradiciones centradas en la comunidad, la conexión y la hospitalidad hacia los demás. Esa oportunidad para unir a las personas a través del fútbol, al mismo tiempo exponiendo una cultura que ha llamado a esta región su hogar durante generaciones.
Puyallup people have always lived here along the mouth of the Puyallup River, going clear up to the foothills of our sacred mountain.
We are fish people, we are water people. We've been here forever, and folks may not realize that depth of what that looks like. As an official legacy supporter of the 2026 World Cup in Seattle, for us, it demonstrates a tribe that almost was extinct to having a place at the table. The World Cup in Seattle is an opportunity to share our story. We are here and we want you to be a part of what we see as a great celebration. Come watch soccer with us. Soccer is a growing aspect of our community, and we are excited about instilling that love of it and bringing community together. How we welcome folks, it's with a very specific protocol to say, you are welcome. Please come ashore and join us for a meal and a dance.
My role is to bring language, historic preservation, and culture to this process. Everything we do for the welcoming of the World Cup is based on our ancestors.
Today we were practicing a Coast Salish song and dance. We will have an opening ceremony for FIFA. I believe we are the first Indigenous group to support FIFA in this way. Can we do Kwakwati next?
When we're doing the Kwakwati, you want to make sure that you're holding up the canoe. I just want to make sure that we're in sync with each other.
We're going to start with a parade and then come to this location. We'll be having people from different nations, government officials. Our role in this hosting here is to share as much of our ancestral language as possible with the world.
We want the country to see we carry our traditions on still. Good job, everybody. All right, you guys looking good.
My name is Muckalina, and I go by Muck. I believe that my ancestors had passed the craft of woodworking down to me. It was told to me by my mom that when other tribes would come and visit, that's what they'd share. The songs, maybe a paddle, to say this is a token of our respect and that we value that you're here, and please come back. We're in the carving studio. Today we're finishing up a couple of these FIFA World Cup dance paddles that are going to be gifted out to dignitaries from other countries. When I make these pieces, I'm doing it with a lot of prayers and a lot of good medicine, making sure that these gifts get presented in the best way possible. The Puyallup tribe gave me this opportunity to put good medicine out there through woodworking. It's epic to be able to be a part of it. This is a token of appreciation and respect coming from the Puyallup tribe. We have to do the sanding and detail work by hand, representing at the handle the FIFA World Cup 2026.
La conexión de Seattle con el fútbol se refleja en las generaciones que siguen devolviéndole al deporte. La ex defensora de la selección femenina Stephanie Cox creció en la comunidad futbolística del noroeste del Pacífico, alcanzando los niveles más altos del deporte. Ahora ayuda a guiar a la próxima generación como entrenadora, transmitiendo el mismo apoyo y sentido de pertenencia que dio forma a su propio camino.
Compete and composure, okay? Expect a tough game from them, okay? A nasty game, but we have to maintain our composure. It's a tough balance, but we can do this, okay? Come on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
I don't think when I was on the U.S. team that I thought I would be a coach.
Well done, Emma!
You know, often you wonder, after having a playing career and being a pro for so long, like what's going to fill that void? I'm really glad that I thought of coaching.
Yes, go ahead. Come on, Zoe. Join her, Zoe. Join her, Zoe. Drop Emma.
I was pretty fortunate. I got to play in 2 World Cups. In 2007, I was the youngest player on the team. I was the only player that was still in college. That was a whirlwind for sure. I just had so much pride that I had broken in, right? That I had gotten to perform in a tournament like that. Over here is a poster signed by all of my teammates from the Beijing Olympic team. It brings me back to being in China and all of the players and awesome teammates that I got to play with. In 2011, we lost to Japan in penalty kicks. That was pretty devastating, even though we ended up placing second. That team was pretty elite, and I remember we got to fly back. It was a much different reception than in 2007. To see the evolution of women's soccer was pretty exciting. This is like my first alumni match. This is the first game that I get to take my family. So we were supposed to be down in Bend, Oregon on vacation, and when it came up that they're playing Japan for 3 games and one of them's in Seattle, I told my husband, I'm sorry, we gotta move our trip around, go later, because this is really important to me.
This is like my element. This is awesome. I'm like ready to, get my kid on.
Soccer runs deep in the Seattle area. Michelle Akers grew up in Washington. Hope Solo, another famous national team player in Washington. Even here at the University of Puget Sound, a former student athlete was part of the first women's national team.
Center between the two defenders, she has a lot of space.
Even more broadly in the Pacific Northwest, the University of Portland, when I played there, we were the place to be on a Friday night. We were the 7 o'clock game. The men would play before us. We sold out one of our playoff games in 5 minutes against Notre Dame.
Oh, great ball. Great ball. Oh, that was really real.
There's a really rich tradition of soccer in the Pacific Northwest. I love getting to support these student athletes in their journey.
Come on in, get your seats, creatures of habit.
Helping them be at their best, helping them grow, not just as soccer players, but as young women as well.
Hey, and get your teammate with you.
I do enjoy the X's and O's and how it's like a chess match.
Hey, and this is where we wanted them to pass, right? We controlled that. They only had 8% of their passes in the final third.
Now will be my 5th fall here at UPS, just always trying to grow and challenge myself just as much as, try and tell the players to do that, try and model that as well. And so I really do feel like, I'm continuing to grow as a coach.
Loggers on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Loggers!